Former Pennsylvania police officer charged with official oppression, abusive, and intimidating behavior.
This is the incident that prompted criminal charges against Robert Magnifico. He is inside the Sheetz on 5th Street in a confrontation with a customer who re-entered the business to retrieve his phone. Magnifico was seen on video pushing the 19-year-old man to the floor. Investigators with the Attorney General's office say he also intimidated and harassed the man.
Well, kids, here's the reality. He's a fat 59-year-old pig, decades past his prime, using product to slick that full head of gray hair in an attempt to look cool for the younger officers. All the years sure do fly, don't they, Sergeant Senior Discount? Or should I say ex-Sergeant Senior Discount? The kid called you for help, but you just couldn't pull it off, could you? It's okay, buddy. Let's get you a butterscotch and some retirement papers. A former police officer, I'd rather call him plus-size law enforcement, but tomato, tomato, is accused of assaulting a Sheetz customer who was trying to get his phone that he forgot at the store earlier this year, according to the state attorney general's office. Why are we even hearing from the state attorney general? Why was this even an issue for the police? Because when we can't be civilized enough to settle such minor disputes for ourselves, we open the door for law enforcement to come in and make a complete mess of these things, which is exactly what happened. Robert Magnifico, 59, of Ellwood, Lawrence County, was charged Friday with official oppression, tampering with public records. This is a sergeant we're talking about here. Unsworn falsification to authorities, simple assault, and harassment, according to online records. A real hero of the people. Now, Ellwood is a little two-horse town, under 7,500 people, a crappy suburb of Pittsburgh. This is what you do to get your jollies in that little hick-ass town, by playing keep away with some kid's phone. This is why you got to hold both Sheetz and the police department accountable. I would be looking for some type of legal action, because what were you going to do with this kid's phone if you weren't going to give it back to him? This is what started the whole situation in the first place. Attorney General Dave Sunday, and if I'm that attorney general, I'm super pissed, because this file shouldn't even be on my desk. It shouldn't even have went as far as the police department, to be honest with you, and that's why Sheetz and those employees need to be held accountable, said Magnifico, who was a sergeant with the Ellwood City Police Department at the time, was engaged in abusive and intimidating behavior, and that his actions negatively impact law enforcement. You had the kid by over 100 pounds without the vest and all the other gear. He called you for help, and all you did was push him down like a dead tree in a forest. The encounter, which was captured on video, as all things are nowadays, shows a sworn officer engaged in abusive and intimidating behavior that is clearly out of bounds and, in fact, a series of criminal acts. Sunday said in a statement, Pennsylvanians should feel that's what they are. Pennsylvanians should feel confident that they can depend on law enforcement officers to protect them, and this one officer's actions threaten that sense of security. He's a sergeant that botched a rookie level call. He came in at a 10 when all you really needed was a 1. This kid only called to make sure he got his phone and things didn't escalate. Once again, that was very mature of this kid, but in rushes Officer Tapioca, loud and wrong, no assessments, no nothing. Sunday said the 19-year-old victim and his friend bought food at the Sheetz along 5th Street in Ellwood City on June 6. As the 19-year-old forgot his phone, he called the store and he was told he could return and get it. Sunday says the 19-year-old experienced an issue with staff who did not give him his phone back, despite him providing the passcode and other information about it. Now, you just talked to somebody on the phone that said you could come get your phone. So did this person you talked to, did he leave and not communicate this with the other employees, or did the employees just get it in their head that they weren't going to give the phone back? What happened? The man became upset, rightfully so, and police were called to the store. Magnifico was the officer who was dispatched to the Sheetz. Entered John McClain. Now, as a 19-year-old, I think he handled this very well. I think the person he talked to on the phone handled this very well, but this is what happens when you get caught in the middle of an asshole sandwich.
In addition to criminal charges, he was also disciplined for his behavior.
We sent him to anger management classes, de-escalating classes, also 10-day suspension without pay, and deranking him from sergeant to patrolmen.
Magnifico allegedly pushed the man to the ground and verbally berated him. Mind you, he has him by at least 150 pounds. After he arrived at the store, Sunday said the man then asked for Magnifico's badge number and name, which he provided while walking towards the name. Yeah, my name's Officer Fat Ass, bumping into him in an intimidating manner. Sunday said these old cops just don't understand how cameras work nowadays, do they? The incident, Sunday said, was recorded on the friend's phone, which Magnifico allegedly grabbed and threw onto the table. That won't stop the phone from recording, buddy. It got what it got. After the two customers left the store, the one who was allegedly assaulted was treated at a hospital. When Magnifico filed a report about the incident, it was not accurate. Sunday added, and lying on the report only tells me that you knew you were dead wrong. You got too big for your badge in the moment, and now you know they're going to hold your fat ass to the fire for it. Magnifico's preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 18th. Senior Deputy Attorney General Kara Rice will prosecute the case. According to Sunday, Magnifico retired last month. What an ending to a career. Your last hurrah, you didn't stop any crime. You didn't go out with a bang to save someone's life. Your career ultimately ended by you being a terrible police officer to someone who called you for assistance. Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. Me personally, I think they were trying to jack him for his phone. That's why they were playing games. What do you think?